Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is the quick update over at the Southern Front. So, I thought that the Southern Front would be over, but it's not. The Ukrainians immediately did a fast action. The moment they captured the entire of the northern bank of the Kherson, they immediately launched an amphibious assault from Ochakiv towards the Kinburn Spit. So this tongue-looking thing is called a Kinburn Spit, and the Ukrainians launched 3 groups of speedboats, towards the Kinburn Spit. And this attack is actually launched in the middle of the morning. It's actually early morning at 4 a.m. And however, they got detected by the Russian electronic surveillance complex, some very high-tech equipments and reconnaissance radar on the coast, and the Russians immediately sent in reinforcements. So the Russians have positions, as you should know by now, the Russians have already have a major defensive position across the coastal area to prevent amphibious assault. So this is the entire coastal area, and this is probably the only area the Russians did not have very strong defenses. So the Ukrainians actually tried to land in this area, but the Russians, after detecting these speedboats, immediately launched sensory enforcement to this area in the form of armored vehicles, BTR 82A and a BMP3, and basically these guys are just infantry. They do not have heavy equipment, so meeting a BMP or a BTR, basically you are screwed. So, and these forces are taken out as they try to land. And there is also reports of fighting near the village of Pokrovske. This is Pokrovske. There's fighting reported near this area. Is currently I'm not exactly sure if it's the same battle as this one, but there are some battles fighting in this area. Reportedly there are Ukrainian forces are trying to attack this region here to try to prepare for additional amphibious assault towards Pokrovske, and this force is also taken out by Russian forces that is actually holding a defense line in this region, so as well as at Pokrovske. So the entire amphibious assault is kind of ended very early. This is actually not the first time the Ukrainians have landed at Kinburn Spit. They have landed here probably at least 3 times before the Russian withdrawal from the northern part of Kherson. And this attack is also very bold because Zelensky had only just visited Kherson, and probably this attack was launched when Zelensky is probably still at Kherson, or he's probably on his way back. And very bold action by the Ukrainian side, and they really push, really try to build on their victory. And however, the Russians simply have good detection and surveillance equipment over at the southern side, and the Russians immediately retaliate by bombing Ochakiv. So not sure the bombing of the Ochakiv could do much, but basically it's just as a retaliation against this landing. And it's kind of unfortunate that the Ukrainians actually tried to do this, because the Russians have much bigger bridgehead over at the northern part of Kherson, and they decided to withdraw, knowing that it is just impossible or extremely difficult to reinforce or resupply. And the Ukrainians decided to send a few speedboats into Russian controlled territory to try to do something. According to some to a pro-Russian source, it was claimed that the soldiers was the dead soldiers that was killed at the coast has a large amount of explosive on them. So this indicates that these troops here are acting as commandos units, and they're going to go into the rear and cause major bombings and sabotage. However, this did not work out as they hoped, and I'm not sure what the Ukrainians can do, because the Russians have no confidence in going northward. No, they have no confidence in going northward and capture any place which they have already controlled previously. I'm not sure what the Ukrainians could do in the reverse. So anyway, this is just a quick update over here at the Kherson or Southern Front, and I'll see you in the next update.